What an amazing main event, guys. What an
That
amazing
was
main event.
crazy. That was even way. That was okay. Let me start with this. That is the best fight I have seen in 2020, and I'm considering Tony versus Justin and Khabib versus Justin as well. Oh, Justin is in both of the fights.
Bailey Zhang versus
Yeah,
what's her
and
name? Jacek.
Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Joanna Jacek. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
that
that
was
was
an
a good
amazing
fight.
fight too.
The girls' fight
That
tonight was
these two
also really
fights
good.
are the fight of the year. Yeah.
Yeah. So the fight, the girls' fight tonight. In fact, the whole card was
Mackenzie
amazing.
did really well. Yeah. Yeah, the whole card
Everybody,
was pretty good.
it was amazing. I did not really expect that. I was like, okay, so this is end of the year. It's gonna be mellow because there is no popular fighter fighting. But after seeing the
Except
last
Tony.
fight, except Tony, yeah. Sorry for that. Sorry for hurting your feelings. Soon,
Actually,
Tony
there was one more fighter, which I think you guys didn't see that fight. Kevin Holland,
I saw.
the guy who knocked out
okay.
Jacare Souza.
Oh, it
Jacare, of
was
course, like
That
nice.
was
that
a
was
weird position
On the
yeah,
ground.
from the ground. Yeah, that was.
on the
Hey,
ground
I'm
from his
considering that.
back.
I'm considering that fight as well. But again, if you see the last fight, the championship fight, that was crazily exciting, man. All 5 rounds
Yeah,
goes for the judges' decision. It is a and and there was like a lot of moments. Like there were a lot of. It was like a movie, the entire match.
It was an anime.
Yeah,
a lot of
You don't
ahs and
see
ohs.
human
yeah,
beings fight like that.
dude. And it was like these two. It was a cockfight, like the dog fight. It was more like that. Davidson was putting pressure since the beginning, and what's his name? Brendan,
Moreno.
Brand Moreno. Yeah,
Brendan
he
Moreno.
he kept his composure since the beginning till the end, and we're going to see this fight happening again because of the way these guys fought. It was crazy. I'm not talking about the technicalities
They
yet.
should fight again.
I'm just overwhelmed with the fight. When I was watching that fight, I was like this. I was like, okay, so what's happening? What's happening? Somebody is gonna get knocked out. Nobody got knocked out though, even though they were throwing punches. It reminded me. You remember, I kept asking for that fight, like Rory McDonald versus Robbie Lawler. I like that fight, and they were like, okay, let's stand and fight. I never saw that, except I saw that with Cody, but then Cody sometimes get knocked out very quickly. Like I never saw that because that was something that I wanted to see, and that's something that I saw tonight when these guys were exchanging punches. You could hear it, you could feel it, and then these guys were just hitting each other. We,
Oh yeah.
we thought Moreno's arm was broken, but I didn't know if it was broken or not. He was saying that it is not after the post fight interview. But if you look at the entire
Yeah,
fight, it was technically crazy as well. The way Moreno handled the takedowns at the beginning was crazy, but at the very last moment, in the last round, in the last few seconds, when he was clinching the Davidson.
Figueiredo, yeah.
Did you see how Davidson responded to that clinch and
Yeah.
took him over? And I was like, what is happening? Like these guys still have a fight, and then Moreno was like, "You want to fight?" And Jacare was like, "No, sorry, not the Jacare, but no,
Figueiredo. Davidson Figueiredo.
Davidson was like,
Davidson.
"No, the fight is
Figueiredo.
over. The fight is over." It was crazy. I thought in the beginning when they were fighting with the eye poke and with that kick, the referee took 1 point. If that was not done, okay, Davidson could have done more damage in bad terms. Like he could have continued that. So I think that point, taking that point away was necessary. But again, one of the judges, they gave it to Moreno in the last round. Okay, that was something that I did not understand because clearly the last round for me belonged to Davidson. It
Yeah,
wasn't.
definitely.
It
I felt
wasn't
the same.
Moreno's round. I felt Moreno was really impressive from in the third and the fourth round. Okay, second round was debatable. First round definitely Davidson. Last round,
Figueiredo.
yeah, that's his name, Davidson Figueredo, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Yeah.
complicated
Say
to
his last name. I agree, man.
yeah. So I'm choosing an easy way, right? So first
What?
round definitely Davidson Figueredo,
Just
however
say
you pronounce
Davidson,
it.
man.
Yeah, Davidson. Yeah,
God of
because
War.
And
That is his nickname.
second, I would say 50-50. Third and fourth for Moreno, and fifth was definitely for Davidson. So the second round, again, if we see the second round, and then we can calculate who won, that for me would decide who actually won. But the last round definitely was not Moreno's round. Moreno did not throw any significant, maybe one or two punches, but not really. Did
He did
not.
not. He did
It
not.
wasn't. It was all. It was all
It was
Davidson.
all Davidson.
Even though Davidson kept charging in the entire game, he slowed down in the third and the fourth round. Okay, that was something that I think champions do, but it did not play well in Davidson's favor because at the beginning the reach which Davidson how he managed the reach was better than Moreno. Moreno did not, even though Moreno had a longer reach, but he was not really in charge of the distance. There were so many punches which Brendan threw, but did not touch Davidson. Davidson was able to evade them. He was able to keep himself safe with the distance from those punches, whereas Moreno got punched even though he had a longer reach. So Davidson managed the distance well since the beginning. Okay, but his takedown was not really good. Moreno outperformed him in taking takedowns. Okay, even though Moreno was not really able to keep him down for a long time, but the way he defended his takedowns with a reverse takedown was crazy for me. I was like, okay, so
Oh yeah.
that was amazing to see. Of course, Davidson punched Moreno more, but whenever Moreno was connecting, it was a hard shot. You could hear it whenever Moreno was hitting Davidson. Okay, so overall, I found this fight to be very balanced. At the end of the fight, both of these fighters were still. I think Davidson was a little tired, but Moreno was like, you know what, I'm the Mexican spirit. I think we were discussing while the match was going on, and they're like, "Oh, these Mexican guys are tough." I was like, "That's the Mexican spirit," and most of these Mexican fighters are tough, like Tony and Moreno, because it seemed to me I was expecting Moreno to be knocked out. To be honest, like it seemed that
Yeah.
Davidson
True.
was just too. Davidson looked good, and he was punching good. So for me, I was like, okay, so Moreno may get knocked out, but he did not. He stayed until the end of the game, and he had a lot of energy. Okay, of course, flyweight is a different division altogether, and these fighters they have a different kind of energy. But the entire fight, even technically, was very well balanced. Something that I'm not really happy about was there were a lot of missed punches. Like there were a lot of punches that were just going over the head, or that did not hit anything, or were not really, did not have too much power. That in the third and the fourth round, because these guys were tired. I also understand when you're tired, you cannot calculate your punches well. There's no power, and moreover, you go for a lot of misses as well. So third and fourth round had a lot of them. So otherwise, the overall fight was amazing. I'm just being very anal about little details, but that was something that I felt could have been a little better. Otherwise, still, not taking away from any of these guys, this was by far the best fight in the year, and I'm really happy with the way UFC card has ended in December, and I'm excited for January as well. Now, I would like to know what you guys felt during the fight. What did you guys feel? Who was gonna get knocked out, and what's gonna happen?
Rajat. So what did
First
you
of all,
feel?
I am now a fan of Marino.
You keep changing your
I
fan
mean,
base, man. That's
the
not
guy,
very loyal of you.
I am fan. I am fan of the sport. Whoever shows heart and their fighting spirit, I'm fan. And yeah, in the fifth round, I think that was a deciding point for judges. And yeah, giving that round to Marino, we all thought that was they should not
Davidson's, yeah.
let yeah, give it to judges. They should have finished the fight in some way or another. And yeah, in fifth round we didn't see any much output from Marino, because I think his left shoulder was popping out whenever he's throwing combinations. So and and yes, they were slow. They were getting slow after the second round, especially Davidson, because the guy fights at 145, 140 to 145 whenever he fights, and he makes 125 just to eligible for the fight. So that's a lot of weight cut he does
20 pounds of weight cut is
before
a
the
lot of
fights.
weight cut.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, that's a lot of weight cut. and the guy throws everything with bad intentions.
Oh,
I mean,
definitely,
you
man.
throw those punches for 2 rounds, you are going to get drained, uh, drain your energy really fast. And yes, he in first 2 rounds when he was landing, what we saw, they were having ability to dodge each other's punches, but Marino was not able to do that because of the Davidson's speed in the first 2 rounds.
His left
And
hook
yes, he
specifically.
started to shine after that third and fourth rounds. We see Marino taking over the fight, and yeah, he was not respecting his power before that, before those first 2 rounds, Davidson.
Yep.
And yeah, it was an interesting fight and one of the best flyweight fights we ever witnessed in the UFC. What are your thoughts, second?
First of all, watching that fight, it felt like it was definitely some martial arts movie, or it was an anime fight to me. Like if you told me this was a fight happening in Naruto, I would have said, yeah. I mean, why not? The people are not supposed to move at that pace and do so much shit. I was just thinking at times, how fast are they calculating stuff, man? While they're punching, while they're dodging, and they're trying to take down.
Yeah.
The calculations were so fast. They were so quick on those things.
Especially Davidson. Even Marino was moving his head when he was punching in the first round, and he was still getting him. I mean,
Yeah,
that was impressive.
I was saying something. The left hook by Davidson, it just connects. It always connected for
Yeah.
the first round. I could see that Moreno tried to, and he's fast. Moreno's a fast guy. You could see by his combination itself that the guy is super fast. He's anime level fast, right?
Even his
And
even his guard was up when he was punching, and still he was getting
right.
him.
But Davidson would always connect with that left hook, and that was so impressive. I won't go into the technicalities of the round. I think those are pretty much covered by you guys. I just wanted to talk about the heart that Moreno showed because for me, he was like, yeah, he's a good fighter. He's an up and coming fighter.
Yeah.
I was seeing Davidson for the past few fights, especially after it was announced that Cody's going to fight him. And I thought to myself, God damn, this guy is there to kill you on the feet. Like you said, right? He throws everything with bad intentions. You can hear them.
Yeah.
I could hear every time Davidson threw a shot. They were
Yeah.
loud. They were
They were
painful. I
loud.
could feel those shots were painful, man.
Yeah, man.
And then he would keep connecting with those shots. There was a flurry. Do you remember where he just connected twice on his stomach and then on his face, and that was so fast. And all of those four shots sounded so solid, man.
And
Yeah,
they all
they did.
connected.
They all connected. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and he fights like he wants to.
And
Yeah, he's not fighting a point fight. He's not here to have a point fight, man. For Grado, he's trying to kill you on
he's
the feet or
punching to kill
something
you,
like that.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
he's
that's
actually punching that.
like what he did to Joseph Benavides in first two
Oh,
fights.
he made
I mean,
Benavides
it
look
was scary
really
to
bad.
watch.
He made him look bad,
Yeah.
really bad. And Benavides is good. He's always in the elite level of fighters who kind of always gets beaten by the champion, right? But man, he looked bad fighting against Figueiredo. And Cody Garbrandt, say again, I'm a Cody fan and I want him to have the belt. But if you're gonna tell me that Cody's gonna come down to the featherweight division and is he gonna fight Figueiredo? I don't think that's gonna happen, man. I
they
don't think
will
he's beating
lose.
Figueiredo.
That should not happen.
He's too
Actually, that should
composed.
not happen.
He's too calm. He's too calm. And not to mention, he'll hit every shot like he wants to end Cody's life or something like that. Cody's fast.
I
Cody is
mean,
very, very
that
fast. But no, man.
And you know
that
what?
that
Moreno's
factor
fast.
will also
His
play for the Cody,
intentions,
that weight cut.
his intentions were very
The
clear
weight
when he
cut.
was
Yes.
when he was eye poking, Moreno, and when he was hitting, he was actually trying to destroy Moreno, and how he was. The referee did a great job today. I was happy with that because I really don't like these kind of activities in a game. I like a clean fight. Okay, so and the referees should take this kind of things in consideration more because that actually stopped him. He was destroying Moreno, and that's why I'm happy with the outcome as well. Like if it's a draw because first of all when he was getting tired he started hitting, doing all these activities like poking him in the eye, kicking him in the balls. Even though I don't think he intended to kick him in the balls, but accidentally he did.
Yeah.
But he was very reckless. He was very careless. And when the referee took that point away, he stopped being reckless because he knew that he could lose the fight. Okay, But that is
Yeah.
something that I would encourage. The referee did a really good job. Okay, so he was trying to hurt Moreno. Moreno was very calm and composed, and he was there to fight. He was fighting a clean fight. Okay, whereas Davidson wanted to win it by any which way. Okay, so
Yeah,
I think next time
he wants
when
to win.
the next time when Davidson and Moreno will fight, I think again the outcome is going to be crazy, and we don't know who's going to win, but one of them will definitely get knocked out.